Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to yet another edition of the Thriving Family Table Talk. How has the day been for those of us in Nigeria and those of us outside? How is your day going so far? Let me look for my Okay, we've been having a series on the thriving marriage, and today's topic is the thriving ways to handle responsibility seamlessly. Thriving ways to handle responsibilities seamlessly. There are many ways that we do life, and it will make us look like victims. So today we want to see why we should live lives like victors, not as victims. We must live life as victors, not as victims. What does it mean to take responsibility? What does it mean to take responsibility? It means that we are 100% in charge of our lives. If you are just joining in, please let us know where you are joining in from. Type in the comment section. And thank you for always joining this live broadcast, and even those that catch the replay. Thank you very much. I just mentioned that taking responsibility means that you are in charge of 100% of your life. That means you move from victim to a victor. That means you are in charge of your emotions, in charge of everything that concerns you. You are taking the driver's seat of your life. You take the driver's seat of your life. You don't leave it for another person. You are in charge. You know what to do, how to do, when not to do, what you should not do. That's what taking responsibility is all about. When you take the driver's seat of your life's journey, that means you are fully in charge of your reactions, your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions. We are energy, and the energy we bring into our lives and into our marriage also shows. Yes, the energy we bring in also shows. Then for us to take full responsibility, that means we would have put systems in place, we'll put past patterns in place that are workable. For example, the husband and wife, they live amicably with each other. And for them to consistently live amicably with each other, that means they have to stop blaming themselves. They have to stop blaming themselves for anything that goes wrong and take responsibility, take charge, and not say, oh, this is a mistake, I shouldn't have done it, or this is a misstep. Maybe I should do it this way some other time. Then before you can thrive and take full responsibility, you have to stop blaming your background. But everything that happens, every single thing that happens, you blame it on your background, you blame it on your upbringing, you blame it on the economy. When you stop to blame and accept responsibility, that means you are prepared to thrive. You are prepared to start thriving. You are prepared to start thriving. You know, in scriptures, it says, let your behavior be free of complaining and murmuring. Complaining drains the human being. It drains. It's very draining. It's a draining exercise. Instead of complaining, why don't you sit down and analyze better and look for how you can work around whatever hitches you are going through? That's what is expected in marriage, because there will always be hitches. So when you stop to complain, you start all over to love yourself the more. What attracted the couple together is love. Whether love at first sight or they fell in love after courtship, after days, many days, months. Taking responsibility, one of the ways is that you must keep loving intentionally and keeping love alive. There must be love in the marriage. It must be alive. It must be intentional. You must look for ways to keep love alive. And to take responsibility, another way is to listen more and more. You have to listen more and more. I'm unable to get Pastor Bridget to join in. I don't know what is happening today, but you'll be able to listen. You just be attentive. You listen more and more. Good evening, Pastor Bridget. It's
Good
taking us a whole lot
evening.
for you to join. How are you doing? Thank you for joining in again today. Thank you.
You are
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I thought we're not going to get you in, so I'd already started a bit. So let me reintroduce for those who are just joining in. The topic, the episode topic today is striving ways to handle responsibility seamlessly. I've already mentioned that for the couple to be in a thriving marriage, they have to take full responsibility, 100% of their life. They have to be in charge, be in the driver's seat. They shouldn't be victims, but rather victors. And how do you do that? You have to learn as a man and as a woman to stop complaining, to stop blaming whether your background, your partner, parents, economy. And before you just join in, I talked about love intentionally and keep the love alive because it's very key. Whether it is love at first sight, love inside courtship, however, it is love that brought you together. However, the love you are defining it. So, one of the ways to keep, as in thriving ways of keeping a thriving marriage is taking responsibility to ensure that love, the flame of love is burning and is consistently burning so that love can be alive. I also talked about taking charge of reactions, actions, thoughts, feelings, words, and actions, as in the actions, reactions, because you can
Mm.
just choose not to react. It's a
Ah,
decision. It's a
yeah.
decision. Taking responsibility means you are deciding day in, day out, minute by minute, second by second, that, okay, I'm not going to react. I'm not going to blow out an issue out of whatever is happening at hand. So I've tried to introduce the topic. So let's hear your own view concerning today's episode. Thank you. Over to you, Ma.
Thank you so much, Coach
Thank you.
Naomi. A thriving, how to navigate responsibility.
Yeah,
In the question first is, what is responsibility
yeah,
in a thriving marriage? What do you know? What do you see? What do you, as a couple, you must be able to define responsibility,
yeah,
because this marriage A responsibility might be totally different from marriage B
yeah,
responsibility, so also marriage C responsibility. So
yeah,
if you are able to identify what the responsibility of this home is,
yes,
then we will now be able to delegate based on each one's strengths
yeah,
and passion. Because you don't just say, oh, because you did engineering, you should be good in math and be teaching the kids mathematics. It
mhm,
doesn't go
mhm,
that way. If the
mhm,
person do not have passion, flair from being patient to teach little ones, the mere fact that he's a lecturer in mathematics, he cannot be able to teach a kindergarten. You will not force the person to do what is not his or her passion is.
yeah,
You cannot say, oh, because you are into hospitality, that means you must stick to the house, that the house is clean, the sheets are well laid like the hotels. No, it might just be in the business of his hospitality, but is not our passion or his passion to lay the burdens. He can make provision for the burdens, but anything you cannot do that is not your passion, that is not your
mhm,
strength, you can delegate people to do it.
yeah,
Those are some ways to handle responsibility seamlessly. You are not good at cooking. You can pay someone to do the cooking. It doesn't really matter because you are a woman, you just have to cook. At the end, you will not be cooking error. You'll be cooking error and disgrace in the kitchen when you know of a truth you are not that good. Why wasting your effort to go all the way, doing shopping and everything? At the end, the key point
mhm,
is the food is not enjoyable. It's either it's too peppery, it's too salty. It's not because you are a woman that you must say, oh, my responsibility is for me to go to the shopping and do the shopping and for me to cook it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not good about that responsibility, checking out, or if you must handle it, get paid someone to do it. That's one. And another way is when you have itemized each of your strengths. Oh, this is very good at auditing management. This is very good at as in caring, as in accommodating. Okay. Then when you are receiving a guest, he or she will be the one to go and welcome the guest in. If you know that, okay, your partner, e.g. your wife, is always very cranky, maybe due to maybe pains or things like that, it's not at that particular moment you will push that your spouse to go and welcome guests. Then they will now say, oh, that one that is always frowning, that one, and you know the situation. So you will not use somebody's weakness and assign that person's weakness to a responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you would have studied yourself. You'd have known that, okay, this is an introvert, this is an introvert. So, okay, since we are not both extrovert or we are not both introvert, okay, these are the things you can handle, you handle it. Or like finances or paying bills at home. If you know
Mm-hmm.
that, oh, if I give this lady bills to pay, she's going to divert it, there's no integrity. Don't use it against her. Don't put such a lady in a tight corner and say, okay, go and pay the fees. Go when you already know that she's not good with finance. So the easier way to go is that send me the account number and I will pay it. Then no one is exposed to his or her weakness of tempting the person with cash. So now, a successful marriage often tends extend beyond the couple itself.
Yeah.
Taking the time to invest in your partner's family, friendships can enhance your marriage by creating a sense of shared community.
Mm-hmm.
We should do it like a system, like a government. Even in
Yeah.
a country, they have the legislator, they have the assembly, they have the parliamentarian. You understand? So also in marriage, there should be, when you have both identify your strengths,
Yeah.
your passion,
Mm-hmm.
then there should not be delegation, which is division of labor. You don't need to like, okay, this is highly emotional. So like, okay, let him or her do the gifting, buying cars home, doing that. If the other person isn't buying cars home, doesn't mean that she's not loving or is not loving. It could be that her love language is completely different from buying a flower home, buying a perfume home. So you have to like identify your strengths, your
Yeah.
passion. Then you cannot make division of labor responsibility. And once you have delegated each other to this responsibility, e.g., parenting, leave her or him to parent. Don't come in between this strategy and be making those children to feel you are better or outshine your
Mm-hmm.
partner in
Mm.
front of your children. That is a big error.
A
And
no no.
the kids also knows if both of you are not parenting in the same frequency, they use it against both of you. So when you see that, oh, in that skill, I don't have that parenting skills. Oh, I'm not patient enough. The one that is patient enough, let that one parent in love, parent in discipline, parent academically, parent with your backing. That
Mm-hmm.
when the kids come meeting you, don't come back again and be scolding in front of the children. It is an error. In terms of buying things to your in-laws, as in buying things to, okay, to our parents, let's put it that way. One person should be handling it, and it will be bought equally and shared. Not you will buy one, then that person too will go at the end. You will start having the two sets of design, same set of design together, making it to be monotonous and boring and frustrating and demotivating. So we should know, okay, what are the things, the rightful responsibility. Who am I in this marriage? Where do I stand? Am I a parlor person? Am I a bedroom person? Am I a kitchen person? Oh, okay, this is a bedroom person. Okay, this is a kitchen person. Oh, okay, this is a. So if you know that, okay, he loves watching footballs, he's good at electronics, he's good at the internet, then you can as well say, okay, you undo all the school's emails, so that it will not be these ones have already sent email to the school and you too you are sending emails to the schools. And it's even as advisable when it comes to school emails like that, or bees and everything. It's good to have a joint email that both of you have the password to it, so that you can both see that, okay, this has been treated, this email has been replied to, okay, this information been sent, okay, the mechanic has sent the bills for the car repairer, the education school fees bills have been sent, then you both have access to it. Then this will not be, I don't know, oh, I thought. In terms of bills, joint email is required. That joint email does not require money. You still have your personal emails, but anything that has to do with schools activity, we go to that joint emails. Anything that has to do with, okay, payment of bills, telecommunication bills, TV license, its license renewal, everything that will be in the joint email, because both of you have access to it. Then you will know, okay, you open yours every 2 days, or okay, this one open is once a week. It's just to checkmate each other and make it look interesting, so that everyone will know that, okay, they are in the right place and they are in a safe place. And there are others, so many other things. Prioritizing physical intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you prioritize physical intimacy? Through, like, some, it could be through gentle touch, as in hand touching and what, and that's why it's always nice as couple to do your personality check. Like, what personality are you? Are you, I've forgotten how do they say it in John Maxwell. It's always nice for you to do your personality traits. So
Mm-hmm.
we have ABC. Just know your personality. If you are A, if you are B, if you are C, then you know how to complement each other. Because if you don't know your personality traits, as in, we have some hyper efficiency people, then we have some low efficiency people, then we have some not able to make decision, intermediate, they are just there. So if you are an hyper and your spouse is intermediate, you can't expect such intermediate to have instant response to issues. So you just, like, okay, I'm not good at decision making. The hyper efficiency personality traits, you go for the decision, and I will always trust your decision, and I will always back it up. We need to work to collaborate in responsibility in a
Mm-hmm.
thriving home. The first one is that prioritizing physical intimacy. It could be through words, it could be through touching, it could be, okay, we say, okay, every morning before we leave, we give each other a kiss on the head or on the cheek, on the that. You understand? We could be, okay, before we go to bed, none of us will go to bed without talking. We must not keep malice going to bed. That's our responsibility, we know. Then you could say, okay, we have to hug ourselves on the bed together. Okay, any night I'm not coming early, that you want to sleep, just inform me that, okay, I'm not coming early. You go to the bed. Then you will not be getting angry. I've waited for you and I'm now, you've not come back. No. The next one is respecting personal space.
Yeah.
You have to respect each other's space, because he's your spouse. It's not as if he's a prisoner. Respect his space or her space. Respect the kind of friendship she decides to keep. Respect the kind of family he or she has come from. You cannot go there because you have married from there and try to change them. That is their own belief. That is what they do. Face the one you have married. And if you want to go there, if their pattern of living or pattern of thinking does not go well with you, you don't have to go with him. You don't have to go with her. You don't, when you are not a narcissist, that you want to monopolize him or her. So respect personal space. It's part of responsibility. If you are able to respect personal space, the love will be loving and the emotion will be, affection will be
Balancing
increasing.
well, yes. Now, let me
The
just chip
next
in
one,
something before you continue. Sorry,
yes, ma'am.
sorry, ma. I said, you said respect personal space. So you also have to refuse to take anything personal. You've already
Yes,
mentioned it, so I just wanted to buttress it. You refuse to
yes,
take everything personal. You just have to let go. As in,
exactly.
emotions are visitors, they come and they go. So refuse
Yes.
to take anything personal. She's already mentioned it. Concentrate
Mm,
on how love will continue in the
mm,
marriage. Concentrate on it. Concentrate on how you will grow together. Take
yeah.
responsibility, shared responsibility. As in, ensure that
Mm,
you are getting better, not
mm,
that you are getting better at complaining or getting better
at
at
nagging.
blaming each other. Oh, you did it, as if though you are in a competition. Even those that compete, let's even face it, even athletes, when they run, are they competing with each other? No. By the time they
Mm-mm.
finish, good sportsmanship, they hug themselves. So
Myself.
husband and wife, husband as a man and woman, you should concentrate on not complaining or blaming each other, but rather make yourself happy. Who says you cannot even pick up a journal and be writing it down? As you write it down, since you are that is that bad, write it down. Or get
Mm.
sheet of paper, write it down, then tear. But as far as it has left your system, you'll be happy because you cannot give what you don't have. You must
Out.
learn to live in joy. Your
Overflow.
responsibility. That's one of the
To be
chief
happy.
responsibilities. You have to be happy. You have to be joyful. The man, you have to be happy. You have to be joyful. Wives, you have to be happy. You have to be joyful. Because if
Joyful.
you are not happy, you are not joyful. Which intimacy? How will you be intimate? How will you come together
Come
to
together.
even discuss or to be intimate? How would you parent? How would you represent your marriage outside the home? How would you do that? You have to, as in, just be very intentional to be able. So let you continue. Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, Coach Naomi.
Thank
Again,
you.
engaging in shared activities.
Yeah.
Not is when he's watching match. Hey, no, I don't want to watch match. No, I don't want to watch that soccer. Even if you don't know anything there, learn to know the names of the players. Oh, Messi, this. Because if you are not engaging in shared activities, the children are watching. So what do you want to tell the children? Because you know you have to role model what love is,
Mm-hmm.
what marriage is for your kids. Then if
Mm-hmm.
your wife too is saying that, okay, I like to read, I'm a writer, I read so much. At times, just chip in some authors that make some literature poems, quotation to boost like, okay, she's in ministry. You could also said, oh, what if you just give your program, your fourth thought program, this thing? Okay, what if you do this as in share activities, like playing games together? We have
Mm-hmm.
games like cards, we have games like Ludo, like word scramble. We can do Scrabble together. Not, no, don't be that kind of a difficult partner. When the whole house is bubbling, okay, they're making snap for movie night. You just can say, oh, I'm so tired, I'm not interested. And don't be a killer at all.
Ooh. Ooh.
Don't be a joy killer at all.
Mm-hmm.
When they are saying, oh, let's play these games or let's go to the beach. How much? How much is to get there? No, no, no. We are not going. We are not going. And you just kill the children's joy. They're like, oh, we know when it comes to our mom, he's going to say how much, how much. Learn to accept gifts without
Mm-hmm.
asking how much when you are not an enemy of progress. Those are the parts of things you have to
Good.
learn. Don't
Mm-hmm.
put all of the problem at home. Oh, we've not paid bills, we've not paid rent, we've not. Even if you've not paid, remember that money you are using to go to a picnic is not enough to pay the rent. So Why don't you enjoy that shared activity at that moment? Because when you are enjoying shared activity together,
Mm-hmm.
it's bringing you people closer, and the bonding is getting more intimate, and you are trusting in one another. But when you start telling them how much, you are demotivating them. You are making them feel that they are not competent enough, that you don't deserve what is good. And when your
Mm-hmm.
kids also grow up, you will be they might not even give you a gift. They say my mommy never like any gift, we don't know what to give to her. Yes,
You'll not be wondering then, do these children even like me at all?
because you
Meanwhile, you
have
did
made
not know
them to understand.
you modeled what you did not intend to model. So that brings
Mm,
us to one of the responsibilities is to be intentional.
yes,
Everything you have is you have to be intentional. The responsibility
yes,
you have to be intentional in everything you do.
yes,
Everything has a consequence.
yes,
Every
please,
action, every reaction has a consequence. So
yes,
you have to be intentional. You must live
yes,
in the present moment. Both of you must be
yes,
mindful. Mindfulness is
mm,
very key. It's your
yes,
responsibility to be mindful. You cannot be living, that's how we used to do it in our house. Really?
never. Mm-mm.
That was your home, but that was your home, but this is now your
Mm.
own home you have created. So
Waited.
you must live in the present. It's your responsibility to live in the present. It's your responsibility to be present enough to
Mm,
create patterns that will keep you together, keep the family thriving, keep everybody together. Because the power of intention, like you've mentioned, shared activities. Why shouldn't you partake in shared activities? You structure, you have a log, like a log. It's like, marriage, if you want to do it scientifically, yes, there's a spiritual part of marriage, but scientifically, truly, you can have a log where you clock in and say, okay, this is what we should do now, or we've done this. You understand? I remember um remember when your son was younger, when he came, he said he picked all the places of interest. Those
mm,
are the things that children like. So
mm,
let's not be their killjoy. Yes, we're talking about marriage, but we are role modeling marriage to them. Our
mm.
sons, where they are potential fathers and
Husbands
husbands, while the daughters are wives and
and
daughters. So we must role model the right thing to them. If we truly don't know, we can learn. We can learn. Even there's no the manual that was given to you in marriage is a certificate that states or the laws that guide governs marriage. Your full name, your full names, those of your parents or who stood as your parents, and witnesses.
yes,
That's all that is
yes.
there. There's nothing else there. So how do you want to now use? It's a piece of paper, but it's binding. So that tells you that you need more. You need more than the certificate to be able to navigate. Even those that have done 40 years, they'll just look at themselves sometimes and say, good riddance to bad rubbish.
Bad rubbish, yeah.
They can say it because maybe at a point in time they kept on managing, assuming lack of
Mm,
intentionality that okay, it will be fine, it will be fine. No, don't sweep anything under the carpet. You tackle everything because sweeping it under the carpet means there's still going to be dust under the carpet, and you are going to still acquire catarrh or cold, common cold from under the carpet. So that's the same thing with marriage. If you are not discussing, if you are not participating, there's no participation. It's a participatory thing. The husband has to participate, the woman has to participate. Yes, you
yeah.
have shared responsibilities, but you have to take responsibility and it
And
must be participatory. It must be participatory from both ends.
thank you. Then the next one is emotional gesture.
Yeah.
Eh, Not you, any little thing you will start crying round the whole house. It is not acceptable in front of the children. You don't
Mhm.
use tears. Even some men share tears just to blackmail one another. So that is not in a thriving home. It's okay to express your emotion, not to that one of shedding tears, but you should
Mhm.
be able to complement each other's emotional gestures. Then
Mm.
again, communication in a healthy marriage. You need to learn to share that communication in a healthy marriage, as in, he's not a talker, or
Mhm.
she's a talker, or he's a talker, you are not a talker. So,
Mm.
and I noticed that some couples They don't not have public decorum when they
Mm.
are outside. Like when you are outside and in a forum, as in, once your spouse is talking, you don't need to talk, you need to listen. You understand? Then when you are talking, or if your voice is getting too loud, at least you should be able to, your spouse should be able to signal you in case if he's not sitting beside you. So when you are outside in terms of communication and you are talking in the crowd, at times, don't be too carried away. Look
Mm.
towards the direction of your spouse. Maybe there might be a message, coded language you want to tell you, as in, okay, to round up your communication. That's shared responsibility. You are watching out for each other. You are not competing with each other, but you are
Mm-hmm.
complementing one another. You are
Mm.
collaborating with one another to become better of you. In such a way, you have to be teachable and you have to be effective communicator. You understand? If you know he's not an effective communicator, don't bother dragging him to talk too much. You could just be pinching him to let him know that, okay, drop your phone. Okay, you also make some comments, so that they will know you are part of the forum. And even at home, you have to know how to communicate. Not that when, because you we are able to pay school fees or pay just lesson fee, you will go and tell the children, I've just finished paying your lesson fee now, I've closed down my account to pay your lesson fee. You see now, this your foolish father. And or you go and tell your children, this your foolish mother, I've just finished paying you people's grandma, you people's grandpa's house that was damaged, I just repair it in the village. No, 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 that is not how to communicate or share responsibility in a thriving home. Even if it's you that you are paying as a woman, paying fees, your kids are not supposed to know the class. We call it classified information. Because if you are making the kids to know that you are all they have, that their father is nobody, you are equally going to bet another son that will not be able to be a provider. Because he will feel relaxed. If my father did it with ease, that he found a woman that pay off all his bills, why should I strive or thrive to be able to pay bills? And he will continue. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
want your son to continue for where the father stopped, know the type of communication you share with them. You don't share classified information about how the business is being shared for them. You are not sharing responsibility in a thriving home like that. Another one is, you must know that when you are talking about responsibility, you have to be a good partner. You have to be rendering help. You know, we how will I put it? We have what we call destiny helper. Some we say helper
Mm-hmm.
of destiny. Either way,
Mm-hmm.
destiny helper or helper of destiny. In a nutshell, scripturally, your spouse was supposed to be your helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
That means destiny helper. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? But
Mm-hmm.
now people now make it to look as if when you are married, your husband cannot be your destiny helper, your wife cannot be your destiny helper, because it's being monetized. They believe only destiny helper is the one that give money, that give gifts. But they are forgetting that some people, their presence in your life elevates them, promote them,
The
open
spirit of
doors for them,
evidence. Yeah.
make them to get to the seat of honor. So such people, such attributes cannot be bought with money. So
Mm-hmm.
if you find such people that ever since this person is in my life, both man or woman, I'm progressing with ease. Things are moving well. I'm being recognized. I'm being honored. So you don't have to feel that you are more important or go and be saying it's using my destiny. Some people say it's your destiny that is using. It's your destiny that is using. No, 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 no. In a thriving home, you have to share that star together because you are glorious. So it's better your glorious nature is making your spouse to blossom than they exchange your glorious nature to become a rag. God will help us in the name of Jesus because of our time. Adaptability to change. E.g., when relocation comes, when husband all of a sudden they just to become an MD, you have to change immediately. Don't feel like and still be looking at him like, is he not that guy, that boy that bought the first suit for marriage? No, it is no longer that person. He's not an MD of an organization. So you have to have that 360 drastic change immediately
Turn
to
around, yeah.
level up in your IQ, in your mentality, to level up when he's saying, oh, we taking that private jet. Oh, we taking business class. Say, we don't have to take business class. No, you level up. You slide yourself in into that level. It's called
I,
adaptability.
I'm enjoying your words. You level up, you slide into it. So, wives and husbands, have you heard? It's not just even when the woman is rising. I know a modern man, a godly man, will not mind. Even though we, as in me personally, I'll prefer um, the man to do well, even while I'm doing well. Why is it that possible? Because and from my experience, I'm talking about my own personal experience. It's not all women that can manage to get to that high place because it takes a whole lot. You have to be extra careful
You have to
because
unlearn and
yes,
relearn.
you have to learn and unlearn, and it takes a whole lot of grit, resilience to be able to have so much and still be able to manage power. Because I don't think that amount of power is good to have money. I will tell you the truth as a woman, but there is a whole lot of it to have money and still be humble. Yes, thank you very much, Ma, for everything you've said. I just want to chip in that it is your responsibility as a wife and as a husband to feel calm, to be confident, to apologize when you need to apologize, to forgive, to unearth, remove all the hurts, to accept that life it has mistakes in the journey, and don't hold on to those mistakes as though they are monuments or statues. The statues that can be put in the house that you must always refer to.
Don't
No,
pile it up like
no, no.
MP3.
No, 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 no. Or you do those days disc jockey that you want to use, you just be piling it up. No, no,
CD,
no. You
CC.
must see the good in each other. It is not a match. It's not a
No,
competition. So
no.
to feel calm, be confident, listen, apologize, forgive. She's already said a whole lot. There's classified information. You have to learn how to. It is marriage is where you express yourself. That is where you will
Yes.
be tested on all levels, on all
Aspects of
levels.
life.
It is a full school on its own. This morning, while I was meditating, while I was taking my walk, I told myself that where do you want to be? God's training school or your actions, inactions, reactions, training school? Because there are different schools. In God's
Yes.
training school, He tells you this is what you should do, but your actions, reactions, and inaction school, there's no much clarity there. You will have actions, there's no much clarity. You will struggle more, but if you submit to God, because He's the author of the thriving marriage, you find out that your responsibilities, you handle them seamlessly. You have the right posture. It is your responsibility to have the right posture. You must position yourself. She said it subtly that as you rise, as you self develop, there are many things that you have to learn how to stop doing and pick up the ones you should start doing. I remember when we got married, my husband and I, he used to drop me off in the salon. Now I expect him to come and drop him. Once a while, if he's free, yes, he does that. But if I want him to be doing it the way he used to do it, oh, really?
Hmm.
Then I'm living in a, where will I be living
Denial.
then? I truly don't know.
Denial.
Denial, no, it's not denial, man. It's a fake world, a world that doesn't exist, a world that don't exist. I remember my supervisor then, my first supervisor, he told me, you don't want to learn how to drive, you are always relying on your husband. It comes to He says, very good, though, it's very good, but over time, you will not be able. Imagine if you fall into labor, so when it's very far, both of you will be under pressure. So why don't you just, so he was trying to explain to me, and it's the truth. it's marriage is very practical. Marriage is practical. It takes a whole lot of, so at every point in time, you must be checking the dynamics. No need to be blaming. You should have. Even if you've fallen into the blame, come out of it. It's not a house now,
Amen.
it's not your home. Come out of it and look
Amen.
for
Amen.
instead of saying, oh, this is that, this is not this. Come out of it and say, okay, this is what we should do, and this is how we should handle it. Responsibility is being 100% in charge of your life. You are in the driver's seat as the wife and as the woman. Your
Husband.
responsibilities, they are very clear, they are spelled out. You know them in total. You are learning every day how to handle your specific responsibilities. Your thoughts, you are taking charge of your thoughts, you are taking charge of
Yes.
your reactions, you are taking charge of everything so that the marriage will continue to thrive, so that you are
Mm.
able to handle
Flourish.
things better. It's so it can be that easy. It's not enough to say it's easier said than done. No, it is possible. It is possible. So remember, making yourself happy is very paramount to have a thriving marriage. My darling sister, please, can you help us give your one or two words to our viewers so that we can wrap up this episode for today? But before she does that, the episode topic today has been thriving ways to handle responsibilities seamlessly. The thriving ways to handle respective responsibilities seamlessly. So over to you, sis. Let's round off.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach Naomi. You made mention of some we think is not easy. In the first place, if your why of entering a marriage
Mhm,
is stronger than your no of leaving the marriage,
mhm,
it will be very easy for you.
mhm,
And you find out most people never knew the why of them getting married. He just
mhm,
proposed and I love. We've got it for 10 years. No. Apart from the fantasy of love, marriage, did you people discuss of okay, force major as in unforeseen circumstances
mhm,
like e.g. losing of job, like e.g. not being able to give birth, like e.g. okay having special needs kids, like e.g. having troubles with the in-laws, e.g. all those things. Where do you people discuss all those things before marriage, during courtship? If you find out that maybe only 5% couple did before they get in. It was after they now got in, they are not trying to like put their two legs in one trouser or trying to now go, okay, let's go to prayer mountain, okay, let's fast, let's do that. It's good to fast, it's good to pray. But the Bible says faith
faith without
works
works is dead.
is dead. So
Mm,
many people they have that faith, but they don't have that work. The work is
mhm,
calm down. You have to be broken. You have to come down to the level of where you are.
mm.
Who was courting you during courtship is totally different for who you
Yes.
have married. Because at that time of courtship,
Even
there
5 years down the line, both of you are different people. 10
no
years,
wait.
you are different people.
During courtship, when it
Mhm,
was paparazzi bringing ice cream, roses, wine, going as he stay outside, they just talk and talk and talk. I see the moon sees me. That time, he was a free man. She was a free girl. But the moment you people now marry together, the first thing that comes to the man is, I don't want to fail. I have to double my hustle. I have to be a provider. They will have that good intention, making everything, and yet they still have their friends or married friends trying to drag them. They still have their family trying to say, "Ah, when will you come and collect soup?" Some out of foolishness, no, I won't call it foolishness. Maybe like this, they will just still go to their mom's house and start bringing pot of soup to the house. And if you, as the wife, did not say, what? Where are you bringing this pot of soup to? Take it back. And you collect it the first time, believe me, you will never have a right over your kitchen. and say, okay, it's the mom, let's just eat it together. You need to stop it. If you did not discuss it before marriage, that as this kitchen belongs to me, I decide what comes out of this kitchen, and nobody else have access to it. I'm just using that as an example. But then, because they were already used to routine going to mommy's house to take pot of soup, and they just bring it there, and you collect it for the first time, you collect it for the second time, then by the third time you now want to change it. French people will say c'est n'est pas possible, it will not be possible. So now when we are talking about sharing responsibility, he's now married, his responsibility in kitchen is no more needed. You are now responsible for the kitchen. Even if you cannot cook that delicacy in life, you go, they have Igbo kitchen restaurant, they have Calabar restaurant, they have Yoruba restaurant. It's just a matter of you finding that restaurant that makes the best sauce and get it in your bowl and come back home and pour it in a plate
You
and
can even
preserve it.
learn. You can even learn how to
No,
do it.
no, the when you are still learning that is not yet professional. Imagine you are competing with a professional that has been cooking it. So why putting yourself in that stress for a long time to learn when you can easily buy time and get it and save yourself stress, and you will eat it and still be relaxed than you making it is either it's over spicy or too much sauce. It cannot meet that standard of what marrying a 40 years old man that has been their his delicacy, his favorite. You can learn it before marriage, not when you have now married that you are now under duress. Oh, the sister is coming to make it. Oh, the mother is you're already under duress. You, like a thriving wise woman, you don't compete with them. If you know, if they teach you, they will use it to ridicule you, they will laugh at you. Go get it outside, put in your bag and come home and present it. They won't know. You can just tell them in that place that, okay, get me turkey. I wouldn't want it with the beef. Okay, you can buy. I know some women, they buy from two, three places together and juggle all together. The change. The particular taste change. It's all about strategy. When you pray for God, that God, I want to be effective in my responsibility. If I've not known my responsibility, teach me. Holy Spirit, I want to know. Maybe I'm overstepping my boundaries. Maybe there are some that are like, you have to call your mommy now, speak to your mommy now. You don't do that to your husband. Or your husband will tell you, call your mommy now, call your mommy now. That is your overstepping boundaries. And even if they call you and say, can you please tell your husband this? Immediately respond to them that, no, pass the message to him. I cannot. There's no way I can discuss such a thing with my husband. Is your son, ma, or is your brother, ma? You have already passed message to them that you are not the one controlling your spouse. They want to try you and tell you, okay, just tell your husband that I need $2, I need one this, and as foolish as you are, you will say, okay, I will deliver the message. No, thank you. You cannot deliver such message. They have the contact. They should reach him or her directly. Because when you start accepting such responsibility, tomorrow they will use it against you. That they will only get access to their brother when they leave message with you. Why should that be? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe they've asked him and he has said no. They will come and put you in between and you will tell him. Because they tell you, you will tell him or you will tell her, he will not have any option, he will do it. Then tomorrow they say, don't mind that man, he's a woman rapper. Don't mind that girl, he's Roots and fan love. You see what I'm trying to say? So don't
Yeah.
let anybody put you in between in terms of
Thank you.
responsibility.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that we can go. Because we're
Yes.
almost getting to time. Thank you very much. I didn't
Yes.
intend to cut you. Thank you. So we need to wrap up.
Okay.
So I'll leave us with this quote by Joan Didion. Joan
Mm,
Didion. He says the willingness to accept responsibility for
mm.
one's own life is the source from which self-respect springs.
Yes.
Self-respect is key for the man and for the woman. So we
Yes.
have to be willing to accept responsibility. Thank you again, our viewers, for joining in. We'll see you again next week, hopefully, for yet another episode. Good night from Nigeria, and also good night from the Middle East. We love
Night,
you.
night. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.